Hi guys, WBRPD Productions here today. I'm going to show you how to make a siren for GTA IV. First off, we're going to need to download a few things. All the links are in the description. First thing you're going to need is Audacity. You're also going to need GoldWave, Spark IV, and the GTA IV iVod editor. And also you're going to need any horns.ivaud file. You can just pull it out of your game if you don't have one. I'll show you how to do that when the time comes. Okay, so first step, go on YouTube. Look for any video of the siren you want. You may have to look for different videos for the different tones if you're like looking at responses, or just find a good demo video of the siren that you want to use. I'm going to make a siren used by the Victoria Police in Australia because someone has requested me to make that, so I'm just going to do that and make the video at the same time. So I found this video. So what you want to do, copy the URL of the video that you found with the siren in it, and now close out that. Make sure that video that you had up for the URL is closed. That's key. Now go to flvto.com. That is flvto.com. This is a YouTube to MP3 website. Guaranteed to work, I promise. It's not like those other sites that are weird. So go ahead and paste the URL of the video that you found, or videos. Just like I said, make sure the tab's not open anymore because it'll screw up if it's still open. So go ahead, convert that to MP3. This will take a few seconds. Okay, after that's done, save it to your desktop. So now you have an MP3 file of the siren which you want to use. Next step, go ahead and open Audacity. Now go ahead, file, open the MP3 that you downloaded. Here's mine. Now go ahead and find a clear spot of the siren you want to use. You may need to zoom in a little. But the key here is you want to find, or you want to cut it so it loops, because the siren can't be that long in the file. You need to find a good spot where you can cut it so it loops. If you've never used Audacity before, the way you can cut it, take your little cursor thing, make sure it's selected as this eye thingy. Go ahead, drag the stuff you don't want. So highlight what you don't want. Make sure the audio is stopped, not paused. Go ahead and click the scissor button and it'll get rid of it. Okay, so that's gonna be the beginning. Get rid of that too. Okay, so it looks like it ends over here. So I'm going to cut just a little farther than I think it ends, because it's easier to cut off than it is to undo. It's a lot easier to work with a little bit than a lot. So let's listen to this. Oops. Okay, now if you want to listen to it loop, hold down Shift and then press the space bar. Okay, so it's obviously too long, so we're going to cut a little bit off. Listen to it again. Getting closer. That's good. Cut a little bit more off. I think I'm going to cut a little off the front, actually. Getting there. See, you can almost tell, because if you look at the beginning of this, it's almost symmetrical, like if you cut it right there to the end of this and how that is. If you have a really good clear video, you'll be able to distinctly see where stuff starts and ends. It'll be a lot easier than this. But the reason this is so hard is because it's actually a video of a response, and there's a bunch of background noise that you can't exactly hear, but it's there, so it puts the spikes in the audio. Here's a few tips. If you've gotten to the point where it almost loops, but there's a clicking noise or some weird noise where it loops, this is what you want to do. Zoom in enough where you can clearly see the waves of the audio, and then at the end of the audio, cut it so you see right here the wave is coming up, but cut it so it stops when it's right on this line. So cut it like that, and then at the beginning, cut it but so the top piece starts. That's how you'll get the best looping noise. Because when it's finished down here, it's coming up, and then when it goes to loop, it's back where it should start at top. So it's like it was never cut. I don't know if that makes sense. If it doesn't, just do it. I promise it'll sound better. If it makes sense, good. Okay, so after you have your audio all nice and looped and sounding the way you want, next step, you're going to highlight the whole track, go up to Effect, and then click Amplify. Because right now you're not going to be able to hear it at all in the game. Go ahead and amplify it. Start at like 5, just to see how it sounds. Make sure you click this Allow Clipping box. Then go ahead and click OK. I see how some of the waves are getting off the track. It may sound a little weird if they're all like that, so gotta listen to it. That still sounds, it doesn't sound deformed or distorted at all, so we can go ahead and amplify it a little more. How about another 5? Let's listen to that. That almost sounds like it was too much. Let's undo that. Amplify it by maybe 3.5. There we go. Okay, so after you've amplified it to the point where you can't amplify it anymore without it sounding like crap, you can go ahead, File, Export, just export it to your desktop. Make sure it is a WAV file signed 16-bit PCM. If it's not that, it's not going to work. So be sure of that. Go ahead, save it as whatever you want. I'll save it as Yelp just so I know it is the Yelp. Save that. Click OK. None of that matters. And you can go ahead, exit out of this. You can save the changes if you feel you're going to need to go back, maybe amplify it more. But anyway, do that for the rest of your Sirens or videos, or if you're using the same video, go ahead, put it back in, cut out the next siren. But anyway, make sure you have all the sounds. There's 5 different sounds in a horns file. You got your wail, your yelp, your priority for the police, which could be a hyper yelp or whatever you want. Really doesn't matter. Just has to be short. And there's a priority for an ambulance and the air horn. So 5 spaces in all. The wail has to be shorter than 7-second loop. The yelp has to be around 2 to 3. Both the priorities can't be more than about 2. And the air horn I'd keep under 2. Or even 1. If they're too big, the file size is going to be too big, and they're going to sound distorted in the game, and they're going to have that weird sound. So you got to be sure that you're not putting them over their limits. Okay, when you have all of your WAV files all looped nicely, you got them on your desktop, next step, we're going to open up GoldWave. Now, the only thing we have to do in here is resave the files as the same thing. I know it doesn't sound like it makes much sense, but there's something weird with Audacity. If you just try and put those files in, it's not going to work. So go ahead, open up all your files that you used in here, all your files that you made, open those up, go ahead, file, save as, just save them as the same thing. Wave file, PCM signed 16-bit mono. Save. Replace it, yes. Yes. Do that for the remainder of your wave files. Okay, now we are ready to put them in. So, get a horns file. If you don't have one, it's really easy. Open up Spark IV. If you've never used Spark IV, then I don't know why you're making a siren now if you've never modded your cars. But go ahead, scroll down to PC, Audio, Sound Effects. Scroll down here, find Resident RPF. Open that up. Click Resident. Go ahead, here's your horns IV AUD file. You can go ahead, click Export on that. It'll take it, save it to your desktop. Then you have one. Okay? Cool. So now you're going to open up your GTA IVAUD editor. Open that up, click Run, and this window will pop up. So go ahead, click Open, find your horns file that's on your desktop or wherever you saved it. Now, the files that you are going to want, the whale is Siren 1. Yelp is Siren 2. Ambulance warning is your priority for the ambulance, and police warning is the warning for the police, or the priority for the police. And your air horn is this file under Euro A and B. So that's the one you're going to replace for that. So just go ahead, click on the one you want, click Import, this button here, find the siren that you have, go ahead, put that in, do the rest for all the other sirens. Okay, after you've replaced all those, go ahead, click Save, now click Exit, and there you go. Here's your horns file with your sirens that you made. Now to put them in the game, go ahead, open Spark IV back up, or just keep it open from before. Guess it's a little late to tell you that. You can go ahead, click Import, find your horns file on your desktop or wherever you saved it, click that, click Open, and click Save. And your horns file is now in the game. So, launch the game and have fun. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, feel free to comment them below. Also, if you're not already subscribed to me, I would suggest subscribing for other tutorials and gameplay in the future. If you have any suggestions for other tutorials you'd like to see, feel free to comment them. I'd be happy to show you, help you, if I can. If I can't, you're just screwed. So, have a great day, guys. Hope this helped.